Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. So today what I'm going to do is do a flip through of my 2024 BTS ARMy inspired planner. As you know, I've already started working in my 2025 planner and I posted, I think, one video of that so far. So I thought it'd be interesting to go back and look at my 2024 planner. So this is the planner I used for 2024. I pretty much custom designed everything in here for this planner, including the covers, and I loved it. So let's just take a look. I started this planner, I want to say, in February of 2024. And I did a pretty good job of following through with it, if I have to say so myself. I didn't do a great job of saving money or even following through on my content challenges. That was a little bit of a struggle. And I think it was because we just had so much content being released that it was really hard to go back and watch older content when you have literally new music coming once, sometimes twice a month. And that's really what happened in 2024. That being said, Music of the Month was one of my favorite pages to fill out. And I did stay on top of this one, and I absolutely loved filling out this page every month. So for 2024, this was a great setup for me. And then I went into my comeback plan pages. It is so nice to be able to, they're out of order, of course, but to be able to flip back through these and just kind of see my comeback plans and what I did for each comeback. I decorated some of these just a little bit, even if it just had a little flower on here. I am so thankful that I actually did this planner / journal, because being able to flip back through this and have really good memories is just, I won't change that for anything. And this is a planner that I will save as a keepsake. As you see, I really didn't do any of my challenges, my savings challenges, or anything like that. It was just too much going on to really get into the challenges like I needed to. I did have some special pages that I made for which content I wanted to buy or watch. I had some notes pages for doing some of my WeStream stuff. And then basically that was the annual section. So then we get into the monthly sections. And like I said, I started this in February. So each monthly was kind of set up where I had this monthly overview, which I did a light decorating on that. And then I would go into the monthly layout and I would decorate the monthly layout. And then I would decorate my weeklies. So I'm just going to kind of flip through and just kind of reflect on 2024. So a lot of announcements happened in February of 2024. And March ended up being a super busy month. But I really like all of the decor that I chose for that month. So it looks great. At the end of each month, I have this memory maker page where I kind of do just some memory journaling, memory keeping, I should say, for that particular month. Now later in the year, you'll see where I changed my layout of my planners. And so I took that page out. But as I flipped through this a couple weeks ago, I think I really liked that page. And I think I'm going to bring it back in my 2025 planner. But this was one of my favorite layouts, guys. This one was, of course, for Yoongi. And so I just love the piano and the darker flowers. I love that. This is probably another favorite layout for Tae's Friends. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I love the newspaper clippings here and the camera. I just really think it represented the song and Tae very well. And so then, again, I know I'm going to say all of these are my favorite. I know that's so hard. But This is one of my favorite layouts as well, because I just loved Hope on the Streets branding and marketing. I liked the entire like subway style posters that he used. I just thought that was really innovative. And so, yeah, I liked doing all of this for Hobie. That looked great. And then, of course, Memory Maker for the month of March. I mean, a lot was going on, so I had to kind of like put a little bit of everybody in here. So getting into April, maybe at the beginning of April, I didn't have any information about anything new because my April months look kind of weak. I still decorated them, but I didn't do a lot like filling stuff in. So let's see. So yeah, so if I look at my Memory Maker, it just kind of says, you know, it was a month in waiting. I think it kind of reflected that on my weeklies. So we had a lot going on, but it kind of felt like we were waiting for something else to drop. And lo and behold, that was true, because pretty much we found out that we were getting something from Namjoon. And so this whole black and white theme for May was really celebrating Namjoon, because the information we had at that time, I think that little man he used or whatever, that little character that he used was like black and white, so that's why I went with that. But yeah, we get into May, and we're getting some information, and of course Jin was coming home in June, so you know, a lot of excitement building up to June. And then this was the Memory Maker for May. Loved this, actually, as I look at it. This is really nice. Let's see. I said RM released a genius album. He did. And I'm in awe of his creativity and talent. I'm also happy to see him emotionally well. Those were my feelings back in May. Love this. Okay, so getting into June, celebrating Pride Month and Festa. So, and then of course, Jin came home. So a lot of Pride Month, Festa stuff, Jin stuff. I'm also celebrating Juneteenth in June. June is the month where I decided to change up my layout, and I thought about, or I tried to do journaling with my planner. So each month had like the planner piece and the journaling piece. I didn't keep that going because that was too much, but I did do it for June. And so this is actually my journaling section for June, and you can see it's all about preparing for Festa. Then we get into Jin returning, so I journaled about that. And I quickly realized that was too much. So I decorated for the last 2 weeks, but I didn't do any journaling in there. What I actually did was I started a separate BTS journal, which I still maintain to this day. It was too much to put in the planner, so I just didn't continue that in the planner. I continued it in my actual journal. So for July, we are getting into the summer months, and I just wanted something a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher, and we had Muse released, right? So that was a big deal. And you've noticed that I've changed my layout a little bit in July. I went with like a to-do list on one side and a 1-page planner instead of a 2-page planner, and that worked a lot better. So then we get into Muse releasing. I love this vellum that I did to celebrate Muse's release, just trying to be a little bit more creative. And I think it turned out well. I actually did that in my journal as well. I really liked it. So yeah, I still had my journaling pages, but I took that out and I decided just to do some notes in that section. So getting into August, August really picked up because it's the end of the year. I started traveling and seeing family a lot in August. And so I definitely kept up with my decorating, but not so much with keeping everything filled in. I still have my journaling section, but I was actively working in my BTS journal at this time, so I wasn't using my journaling section. And then we get into September. So getting into the fall, and I just really started to, in the fall, I really started to, excuse me, get really busy. And so I kept up with the decorating, but I really was not filling in much, other than like the monthly overview. And if we had a comeback, of course, you know, I recorded information on my comeback pages for that. So this is into October, I want to say. Jhope came home. And then we get the end of October and we get into November. So I have a lot of notes about streaming and album sales and all of that because we're preparing for Be Happy. And so at the end of October, I decided, going into November, I decided that things were way too crazy for me schedule-wise. And so I finished out basically part of November and supporting Happy. And then I needed a break. And so, and also got sick at the end, in November as well with COVID. And so I ended up taking a break. And so November is actually my last month in here. And that is on purpose because I just didn't feel like trying to force myself to do the month of December. And I was really ill. So I paused, took a break, and decided to come back strong in 2025. So I'm super excited about the journal and the planner for 2025. But this was the planner for 2024. I will save this as a memory of and record of my time as ARMy in 2024. And that was the whole point of me starting to do these particular planners. I cannot speak enough about why I chose to do this. And it was so that I could have this record, this document of my journey for that last kind of 18 months before the guys came home. So I hope you enjoyed this flip through. I encourage you guys to keep a journal, keep a notebook, write down your experiences, your feelings, your emotions, whatever the case may be, so that you can have a record as well. Thanks. Have a good day.